What is going on, guys? So I know I haven't really done one of these car talks in a while. Today I decided to do one. I want to go ahead and just talk about social media, how the business has been, how my family has been as well. Because let me tell you, things have been crazy. Bodhi is 6 months and Alani is about 2.5 now, which is absolutely insane. They definitely keep me busy, keep me on my toes. I don't always have time to do everything that I would like to with social media, but that's because they come first. So I'm gonna start off by just talking about the business and how that's been going, what I've been doing with that, and how I've been growing the business for the most part. So, as you all know, I own a fitness company called Top Fitness, or the 1% Fitness. Things have been going great. Something that I've been really focusing on is just gathering new people to join the team. I started running ads. So I do lead ads. So basically, I have an ad that says faith-based athletes wanted. And if you're interested, you click on the ad, you fill out a little survey, and I will text the person. I'll reach out to them. I'll start to build a relationship. And then I will just tell them about Top Fitness and what we offer the athletes. I'll tell them more about the business, how we're faith-based, and what our goals and missions are. They align with everything. They generally join. Tell them they do not need to buy anything. It's all about the community aspect and helping with their mission, which is ultimately helping people be more bold for Christ and let people know who Jesus is. That's exactly what we want to do. And like I said, there are so many people that align with our mission that are also into fitness. And I am just truly grateful for everybody. Um, Now, does everybody that responds to that ad answer me back? No. So I get their personal number and I'll text them. I'll just say, hey, what's up? My name is Austin. I like to build an authentic relationship. And then I just text them a little bit, like I said. And usually just from texting someone, I can kind of gather who they are as a person. Some people send very short answers. Other people want to tell me their whole life story. That's awesome. Some people want to hop on a call, and I hop on a call with some people and we just talk a little bit. But something I can definitely also tell is people that want something for free versus people that actually want to be involved with our mission. And I try to weed those two apart, or spread out the weeds, I guess you can say, to make sure that people who actually align with what we're doing are included in Top Fitness. Before, I used to just kind of bring anybody onto the team, and I felt like that was a super bad move because there were definitely some people that were on the team who were not very Christian like. They swore all the time and they posted things that I didn't really believe in. And I moved very, very far away from that. I was adding people to the team who weren't Christians. Um, that way they would get a sense of Christ himself and we could have a powerful impact on him or on them. And that that has helped some people. However, I feel like the way that I'm taking the company now and adding Christian athletes and then influencing people as a team or a company, that has been the better route of just helping people see Jesus and see who he is. Now, do I still add people to the community that are not Christians, like the Facebook group and stuff? Of course. However, I don't specifically just add them as an athlete. Um, so I've been getting roughly 300 applicants or so a month. Therefore, I am messaging a ton of people. And I can honestly say that many people are very respectful, which I appreciate so, so much. For example, my kids were recently sick, and I was talking to people, then responded to them for 2 days, and I told them, hey, my kids were sick, I'm sorry. And they said, oh, yeah, no problem, dude. I've had other people that if I don't text them back right away, they get very upset and they just lash out at me. I still work full time. I'm a family man. I do social media. I do the business. I do all this stuff. And I don't necessarily always have time to answer you right away. Many of these other things come first before you do. Um, the other thing that I really look at when I'm talking to people is how entitled they are. Um, I feel like as Christians, we need to humble ourselves because we are all on the same playing field as everybody. And I feel like there's a lot of entitlement in the younger generation. I found that the people that are part of the older generation, I would say like 30 and up, are people that have attached to Top Fitness the best. They're part of a family. They want to help their kids get involved with Christ. They want to help their communities. Compared to a lot of these younger people, they say, "Oh, look at me. I'm the best. I did this, this, and this. Austin, you should send me all this stuff because I'm awesome and I'm the best." Rather than saying, "No, I'm where I'm at because of God. All glory to God. I want to help you out. I want to help spread the message to get people to know who Jesus is and where my strength comes from." Um, which ultimately is where I'm at. Because I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of money just sending stuff out to people for free, and they totally ghosted me because I thought they were good people. They were entitled. They maybe accomplished something awesome, but they just wanted something for free for themselves. However, if people truly do align with the mission, they're willing to invest the money themselves. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't make a whole lot from Top Fitness. I make more money from posting on social media than I do from the business. However, the whole goal and mission of helping more people become bold for Christ and help them lead people to Christ, get involved in their community, and just post more on social media is my main mission, which is ultimately the Top Fitness's mission, which is super. And that's ultimately what I want to do in life is I want to help more people, help other people, lead people to Christ, while helping people grow in their own journey to Christ or with Christ. And so that's kind of how things are with the business. We've had probably 400 athletes over the past 2 months, which is just super. And I just can't be more thankful. Sales have been roughly the same. However, more people are joining. And the other thing is, people will join Top Fitness and they may not buy something right away, which is awesome. They don't need to buy a darn thing. But they will end up buying or purchasing something later down the line, which is great. It's all about building that relationship and just talking to people and helping people. Because ultimately, that's going to come back and that's going to help you. So, with that being said, I said we added about 200 people. Something else that we do with Top Fitness that a lot of other companies don't do for our ambassadors, we give them a code, but we also do campaigns every month. So what we do is, I'll say, posting your story 10 times and you earn $1 for every time you post your story, where you give Top Fitness a little shout out where you're wearing something of ours or you're posting our products. I give that person $1 every time they post that. So therefore they can make $10. And then I'll say make a reel or a post and you get $5 for that. And they can make anywhere from $5 to $10 for doing that as well. Super thankful for everybody, and I think that is something that encourages a lot of people to get more involved with Top Fitness because they're earning a little bit of money by just posting about Top Fitness. And if we can all make some extra money from social media, that is the goal. That's what we all want to do. Um, so how have things been going with social media and myself? Uh, awesome. I literally just had my best month on social media ever. So I made about $150 from YouTube in October, and I made just over $500 from Facebook, and probably like an extra $3 from TikTok. TikTok pays the least amount of money, even though it's where I have the most followers. Engagement wise, Facebook was probably like 15, 16 million. Um, what was it? YouTube was a million. Um, TikTok was probably, I don't know, probably about 100,000. Maybe if I had a million, I'd make an extra $20, but it is what it is. Instagram is, I'm very active on Instagram, but Instagram does not directly pay you money to be monetized. You need to lead people to other websites to get paid, or you need to connect with big creators. That's kind of how I pay people, is I pay them to be creators through my company. And but I don't make a dime from posting on social media or on Instagram. I have to kind of lead everyone to Facebook or to YouTube, which I thought I do a pretty good job at, even though I post pretty much the same thing on all the platforms. Um, Now, how has Facebook done so well for me when I literally have 2,500 followers? How did I make $500? So I am monetized on Facebook, and this is like a little cheat code for people that are monetized on Facebook, is share in groups. So you don't necessarily need to share to your page, but share to a group. So, for example, I'm in a lot of Turning Point USA groups, and I will share either Bible verses, things that are going on politically, and um, it's stuff that people like. I'm providing some kind of value in some way, either if it's or if some kind of meme or something to make people laugh that they want to share, and that is what has been doing the absolute best for me, is just sharing in those groups. When I was just sharing on my main page, I was maybe making $60 a month on Facebook. But posting in the groups and grabbing other people's attention has helped so much. Um, Now, I did also become an admin, or not an admin, sorry, a moderator for a Turning Point USA group with 1.6 million followers. Um, I don't want to like over leverage that or just spam post, because I'm actually kind of involved in that and I want to serve that community. But it's also a route that I can use to monetize myself by posting in there. So I'm going to try and keep that going while helping people and just serving that community, like I said. If you also are a follower of mine on Facebook, I post pretty controversial stuff sometimes. So I posted something yesterday about SNAP benefits being cut, and I watched the video, and the video said it was a person, and they said, "Well, my SNAP benefits are being taken away, so I'm just going to steal the food." And looking at this person, they were just as capable as 99% of the people in America. They just wanted free stuff. They wanted someone to pay for their food. And if they couldn't have someone else pay for it, they were going to steal it. Sorry, in a bit of a tight spot. It's raining. So they were going to steal it, even though they were capable of getting a job. And I think I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here, or whatever the heck you want to call it. But basically, people that spend tons of money on cigarettes and beer, and they just don't spend their money wisely, but yet they're getting assistance, is basically who I was upset with when I made that post. And in the comments, I kind of was telling people, like, this is who I'm upset with. Yes, we do need SNAP for certain people. However, 43 million people do not need to be on SNAP. That is 13% of the country. That is way too many people. And depending on like your political point of view, you may get very upset with that. Now, like as a Christian, we're supposed to help people. We're supposed to help the poor. And I want to help the poor. However, I don't want to feed somebody or give someone money that is abusing the system. For example, I know somebody that had two businesses that were pretty successful, but those businesses were both cash businesses, and therefore they made it look like they barely made anything when it came to the government, and therefore they were also getting assistance. And that just like blew my mind, and that was something that should be stopped right away, because once again, those people were using the system. So many flaws with the system, and I go on and on about that. However, this is more of a just how's my life going kind of video. Something else that I've been doing with the business that's helping my social media is I've been doing these little podcasts on my YouTube, on Instagram Live, and I've just been talking to people getting to hear their testimony. If they have some kind of value they can provide, then I hop on a call with them and let them just share. So yesterday I did a call with a guy named Austin. I'll have his video up a little bit later this week. But essentially, he went through like a little bit of a mental health crisis, and he got right with God. He got so in tune with God and told his testimony a little bit, and how he basically overcame this mental health disorder, and he still has a little bit of the days that he just isn't totally himself. But when he's in tune with God, he is a totally different person. And he said that his calling was basically to go into counseling to help people with mental health issues. And he just told his story and just talked about mental health a little bit. And dude is just crushing it. But I had another one where I met with a girl, and she grew up in the foster care system, and she kind of talked about how she came to know Jesus while growing up in the foster care system, which the foster care system, if you know, is very, very difficult for many kids. They just feel lost and like there's no hope. However, she had a great testimony and just shared so much good information. I'm so grateful for her. I'll probably upload that one sometime this week as well. I need to start uploading a lot more on YouTube. These longer videos, I really don't make a lot of money from them. I'll probably make $1 from this, to be honest with you. But it's just to share. Someone may only watch the first 15 minutes or 5 minutes, I should say. Maybe the first 30 seconds, and that's okay. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want to connect with people and just kind of give an update. I say short videos is where a lot of my traffic comes into, because we live in such a we live in a time where people have such a short attention span. You literally have the first like half a second to grab someone's attention. Usually, if you don't use a public figure in the first couple seconds, they don't know who you are, or you're not doing something crazy in the first couple seconds, people are just going to skim right past through your video. Social media is kind of hard in that way, but something else I tell people is that when it comes to social media, it's all about building relationships with people. Relationship. So, in real estate, they say location, but social media is about building relationship. You need to talk to everybody who follows you, likes your stuff, comments. This is how you will start to get traction with people, because I'm going to be honest, you're going to start posting on social media, and your friends are going to say, what the heck are you doing? You are not made to be some kind of big influencer, have any impact on the world at all. So you got to go find strangers. And how do you find strangers? Well, you just reach out to them, talk to them, build a community, build a relationship, support them, because friends supports friends. And if you're going to go ahead out there and support your friends, they're going to support you, which is ultimately going to help put you through the algorithm. And you want to create as many friends as possible. That was probably my biggest tip for anyone looking to get into the social media game, is build relationships and see where you can provide value in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's memes or something, I don't know. How can you grab people's attention, provide value, build relationships? That's ultimately what is going to help people on social media. Way too many times people start posting on social media and they're like, look at me, look at this great thing I'm doing, I'm awesome, I'm the best. And I can promise you, you will fail 99.9% of the time. There's those 1% of people that blow up, and it's because they're doing social media for the wrong reasons. They're doing lustful things, and that's just not where you want to be. Anyway, I just want to come on here and talk to you a little bit about how business has been, what I've been doing, how I've been doing on social media. You don't need a big following to make a lot of money, I'd say. Even in the Facebook thing, 2,000 followers, and still to do all that is crazy. That's a car payment for me. Something else is I said I post a lot of like controversial stuff. I stopped posting my kids as much, which really sucks because I love showing my kids off, and a lot of people love my kids and like, oh look, it's Alani, she's so cute. But I got a lot of nasty people, comments, and that's what I'm signing up to be. That's what I'm signing up to do. And I talked to my wife about it, and we both decided that it's not fair to them to have their faces publicly displayed like that, especially when you're getting millions of views in a month. So something that happened recently that you all know is the Charlie Kirk thing, and he got tons of nasty comments and tons of hate, but yet some people loved what he was doing and what he provided to America, and he never showed his kids. And I kind of look at that, and I would hate it. I would not be able to forgive myself if something happened to my kids because of me. Not just based on social media, but let's say that I forgot to do something and something happened to one of them. I would be lost. So therefore, I want to go ahead and just love on them, protect them, and just provide them with the best safety possible. Anyway, I just want to come on here, like I said, share a little bit about what's going on with me. I love and appreciate all of you. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you're interested in joining Top Fitness, please reach out as well. I'd love to share some information, to send some stuff over, because we really do have an awesome thing going on. And I'm just so grateful for how God is moving in the business and in everybody's life, even my life. I'm just so thankful. Something that I've been doing a lot recently is getting into the Word more. I did a poll recently with Top Fitness, and I said, what's one of the most challenging yet rewarding things you can do when it comes to your faith? And the number one answer was getting into the Word. So therefore, we do like these little Bible studies and stuff, because I want to help people get into the Word more. This is how you have a personal relationship with Jesus. You need to be in the Word yourself. If you were just getting the Bible through your pastor on Sundays, you have a secondhand relationship with Jesus. You need to talk to him yourself. You need to pray with him yourself. Solitude is so important. Get in the Word. This is something that I'm doing and trying to study more. And this is just going to help me provide more value to people and help more people, especially when they have questions, because I know right now I'm full of questions, and I'm looking at different mentors. I'm coming to them and saying, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Because I just want to be filled with the Holy Spirit as much as possible and just be on fire for Jesus. Well, anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and stay blessed.